Alright, hello. Give me a minute here. There we go. This thing there. Let me just check if everything's running fine. Okay, yep. Oh, let me check. Oh, wait, the right, the audio for the game. Hold on. Filters. No, not filters. It's in properties. Okay, there we go. All right. So first things first, new banner. First things first, new banner, right? We got, what's her name? Nikita? Let's see. Yeah, Nikita. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna roll on this banner and then get the character and try and get her weapon, so we should be good. I'm guaranteed to get her, so it's not that big of a deal. I also got pizza here. I got more pizza. There we go. There we go. Another one. Okay, so yeah. We got this. Cool. No problem. Still nothing. That's no problem. Okay, that's still no problem. Okay, still not a problem. Hold on, I got this. Hold on. Shop. Wait a second. I can get more of this stuff. Hell yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, this is it. This is it. There it is. There she is. There you go. We got her. She's gonna show up eventually. There it is. Dude, she's so cool. There we go. She's so cool. Okay, now for her weapon. Okay, will we get it? We'll see. I do have enough pulse to do it, so. Nope. We got this. We got this. We got this. No problem. No problem. No problemo. We'll get it eventually. But it's the 30th? Okay, so here comes the 40th. Yep. Get it eventually. Okay, this is the one. Right? Come on. Yep. Okay, did we get the weapon? Let's see. Let's hope. Yeah, there. I think that's it. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. We got it. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, sweet. So now that we got the new character, let's see here. We will go level her up a bit. I think we can get it up to. Can we get her up to max? Oh damn, we're so close. Okay, we're so close. So close. We were so close to getting it to max. Oh, well, that's not a problem. 9 out of 60. Not bad. Next up, we got her weapon. Yep. Apply soak 1 to unit and her physical summon for 2 turns. Here we go. Attachments. Hands. Calibrate. Hands. Okay, so yeah, it is now at level 60. Yeah, 60 out of 60. Perfect. Okay. No. No. Hold on. Let me filter. Crit damage, crit rate, attack boost. This is no. No. Hold on a sec. Break damage. I think with just those two. This one's good enough. I'll use it. Next up, we need nope, damage, attack boost, attack. And we're just gonna go for hydro boost, precision. There we go. Let's see. Crit rate. These all kind of suck. Oh, great. Yeah, no, they all suck. Okay. Yeah, no, they all suck. Just equip this one. Actually, no. Equip this one. Damn, I don't have another stand. Yeah, no, they all suck. Meh. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good enough, I think. for now. Ooh. Give us a little stat boost by just clearing this out. Yeah, I think level 4 affinity seems to be the most that we can get it. Okay, at the moment. Okay, not bad. Okay, she's somewhat decently built for now. Oh, look at that! Alright. Let's see here. Umbra, we're gonna be reading all this stuff. Exchange, okay. How much stuff? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. 4 stories, 9 stages, and normal amount of side missions. Okay, not a problem. Without roots buried deep in the earth, even leaves nurtured by sunlight, sweet dew, and gentle breeze can never flourish. Bear light in one's hands, one must endure solitude, fear no darkness, and shatter hard rock to root deeper. The warm orange afterglow of the setting sun casts an illusion of warmth over the wasteland. Scavenger rubs a chunk of metal against his clothes as he rummages through a heap of trash. Nothing of value, huh? A strange noise from nearby catches his attention. The scavenger tightens his grip on a pair of tongs and storms towards the sound. Damn it, it's gotta be Johnny and those rats again. I already told them this is my turf, this time I'll... The moment he spots the elites, he drops low and hides behind the garbage pile, holding his breath. Good thing I got my gun with me. Damn it, didn't they just sweep this area recently? He peers carefully through gaps in the trash heap to observe. The elites haven't noticed him, their gaze remain locked in the same direction as they snarl hungrily. Is that a person, stranger, not from around here? The person being cornered is holding a gun in one hand and gripping a black trash bag in the other. In the next moment, the person swings the trash bag at the elites, drawing their attention immediately. One leaps up and catches the bag between his teeth midair. The elites tear into it, shredding plastic and pale flesh like chunks that still vaguely resemble human body parts. That's a human foot. Intestines. Bright red liquid and meat chunks drip from the elite's fangs. The scavenger trembles, nausea rising from in his throat, but he forces it down. Gotta run. Now's my chance. Yes, run for it. Terrified, the scavenger flees without looking back. Handshake. Mechanical dog places its paw in Nikita's palm as the children cheer with delight. Nikita glances at the children. There's more. Kulik, fetch Lily's gift. At her signal, the mechanical dog leaps up, drags a package from the pile of presents sitting in the corner of the office, and carries it to the girl. Is this for me? Wow, it's a toy gun model. Thank you, Nikita. Kulik is amazing. I want a present too. Get in line, everyone gets one. Listen to Nikita, no pushing now. Okay. Amid the joyful chaos, a figure appears at the office entrance. Oops, what did I say? I skipped. Mr. David Manji's, Miss Grace. Manji Security's regular aid delivery has arrived. Could you check and sign for it? I'll cover for you here. Mr. David Manji Security is always so punctual with their support. Thank you so much. The young teacher blushes, clearly quite fond of the friendly young man. Miss Nikita is handing out gifts to the kids. Please help keep things under control. I'll be back shortly. No problem, leave it to me. The curly-haired young man smiles warmly and walks towards the children. Over here, kiddos, line up and everyone gets one. Is this guy a bad guy? I'm assuming this guy's a bad guy. He just has that feel of a bad guy to him. Well, I'm assuming he's the bad guy because past confrontation with Manji Security suggests that they're pretty bad people. A long time no see, Nikita. It's been a while. How's work lately? Heard rumors that the Public Security Administration introduced a new salary framework. You get a decent raise? I can't comment. Regulations prohibit discussing our wages. Oh, come on now. Rules are just rules. What's the big deal anyway? But judging from the gifts you bought, you don't seem much better off than before. Sorry, there I go poking my nose into other people's business again. I'll stop. David scratches his nose awkwardly. Still, it's a shame someone as capable as you is stuck doing frontline grunt work at the PSA. If you decide to join Manji, you'll have way more room to grow and better promotion opportunities and pay too. With a raise, you could get even nicer gifts for the kids. Thanks for the recognition, but I think it's really cool that Nikita is a public security officer. Last time I saw her rescue hostages on TV, it was so awesome. Me too, I saw her on the street during a school field trip. I felt super safe. If she quits being a security officer, we might not see her anymore. How could that be? She'll visit when she can. Nikita pats the kids on the head. I will still visit often with Kulik. Alright everyone, go play now. In response to the command, Kulik bounces off and leads the children away. Oops. Mr. David, I don't believe doing frontline work is a waste of my ability. You've invited me to switch jobs repeatedly. I assume you've looked into my background. Yes, that's why we want you. Griffin was one of the rare companies in the field that were both competent and ethical. Ethical? Yeah, ethical. Sure. We were all sorry to see it dismantled. I take great pride in my time at Griffin, but it was nevertheless a confounding experience. Sometimes I wasn't sure who the real enemy was. But here at the PSA, things are much clearer. I protect civilians, my enemies are those who threaten them. Everything I do aligns with the goal univocally. And I really like this feeling of unambiguity. I see you are certainly more principled than most humans, Nikita. Thanks, as for the money, I just do my best to provide what I can for the kids. So for now, I have no plans to change jobs. She watches the happy children with a quiet smile. Fair enough, as long as you're happy. Mr. David, I'm back. Sorry, Miss Chernova also delivered a bunch of supplies, so I checked them together. I hope the kids aren't too rowdy. Not at all, everything's fine. Miss Chernova came by. Look, get the birthday gift for Oh, there's no need, Nikita. Miss Chernova didn't bring her daughter today, saying she's off on vacation in another satellite city. Hey, don't you both work at PSA? Can you give it to her at work? We're in different jurisdictions and different roles. Our paths don't cross at work. I see, then we'll just have to wait till she comes back. Vacation, how nice. Maybe you should take our kids on a trip too. Got any recommendations, Mr. David? That's a rough one. I'm not good at picking holiday destinations. Kulik circles Nikita, gift in mouth, uncertain what to do. It's okay, we'll give it to her later. Kulik, put that back for Nikita's communicator rings with the PSA's emergency alert tone, a sharp sound that cuts through the joyful air like a blade. Illegal drug smuggling. What's wrong, an emergency? Yes, I have to head back now. Grace, I'll leave the rest here and pick them up later. Kulik, let's go. Got another story stage right after, huh? Alright. We gotta try on Nikita. Since we have her, I'll put her on the team. Empty factory, several shadowy figures slip into hidden corners. This is Nikita calling Captain Jarvert. I've arrived at Cordon Point A to the west of the factory, awaiting orders. Nikita Point A, one of factory exits must hold to prevent escape. The captain's voice is scrambled with static, barely audible. Copy that. She signals her team. Officers spring to action instantly and scatter into position. While monitoring her assigned area, Nikita tunes her receiver to maximum gain and listens for tactical audio clues. Oof. A burst of strange static disrupts her comms. Third assault need back. This is the 2nd Patrol Detachment Nikita, ID code 040901D. Please respond if you copy. This is 3rd Assault Squad ambushed in the warehouse area requesting backup. Gunshots and screams are drowned out by the noise of metal crashing. Hold on, let me just like move my mouse out of the way. Oops. After trying the communicator a few more times, Nikita quickly switches to the internal channel. This is Nikita calling Captain Jarvert. I received a distress signal from the 3rd Assault Squad. Do we respond? Can't reach him. Comms might be down. But what distress signal? I didn't receive anything on my end. Must be another frequency cutting in. Gunfire still echoes faintly through the comms. Nikita ponders for a moment. You'll stay. You all stay here. I'll go check. Wait, Nikita. I'll be right back. Let's see here. Okay, so. With you, put in. Where is she? There she is. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so what do we have here? Damn, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. Blue damage dealt by out of turn attacks. Attacks is further increased by 5%, maximum of 5 stacks. So, hydro damage dealt is increased by 10%. Consider a hyper buff. Okay, so let's see here. I guess we could like just clear it out. There we go. Most cases, I just use Vector to just clear everyone out. So. Oh wait, there's still. Oh, there's the guy up there. Oh shit. Okay. And see this guy up there. Oh. Yeah, there's a guy up here. I can just like take him out. There we go. Nikita clears the hostiles along the way as she heads into the factory warehouse. Give me a minute, let me just take a bite of my food here. Thick white smoke fills the room, obscuring your vision. The gas isn't poisonous, it's potassium nitrate. Maybe gunfire has triggered the fire suppression system. Deactivates the microthermal imaging module in our optics. There. Someone is lying on the floor just ahead. She rushes forward with her weapon raised. That's a PSA uniform. Still alive. Hang in there, Don't move. Drop your weapon. Step away from the victim. Heavy boots close in, surrounding her from all sides. She sees PSA insignias through the thick smoke. I'm Nikita, 2nd Patrol Detachment ID 040901D. I repeat, drop the weapon, step back. Nikita sets the gun down on the floor, takes a step back, and raises her hands. 040901D, due to breach of protocol, your operations are suspended. You are to be returned for investigation. Excuse me? What? Wait. As an order, not a negotiation. 040901D, comply. The handcuffs her countless times now close around her own wrists. Excuse me? What? She went to go support a separate team and then she got arrested? You're kidding. What? You are absolutely insane. Why? She got arrested for supporting her other team. Hello, I'm looking for Captain Jarvid Roberts of the 2nd Patrol Detachment. Is he in the office right now? Nikita, it's you again. I've already told you many times, according to the directive, you're not even supposed to be inside the Public Security Administration building, let alone requesting to see your former superior. I just want to offer a detailed explanation regarding the accusations stated in the dismal notice and clarify what actually happened during the incident. Don't waste your breath on me. I'm just a receptionist. I don't understand any of that, but what I do know is this dismal order must be followed without exception. Please leave immediately or I will call security. I don't know where these rumors about a risk of going haywire for my model came from, but I'd appreciate the chance to explain myself regarding the accusations of violating protocol. Oh, wait, she was arrested because they thought that she was going haywire? Let me give you a piece of friendly advice for all time's sake. Any adult dismissed by their original department in the satellite city has a 2-week grace period to find a new job and affiliation. If you still haven't found one after that, you better pray you don't get scanned by any ID scanners. Now please leave. Don't make this harder than it has to be. Realizing that any appeal would be futile, Nikita no longer bothers to argue. Before leaving, she takes a long, hard look at the emblem of the Public Security Administration on the wall. The emblem that once gave her strength and conviction now looks especially cold and ruthless. Right, if I were to file a cross-jurisdiction appeal. So wait, so I'm guessing that someone is sabotaging her career, right? I'm gonna assume it's Manji Security. Those guys are probably trying to sabotage her career so that they can take her, so that they can poach her from public security. I think that's what's happening, right? You guys come and go at the entrance to the orphanage. Nikita stands quietly by the gate. One of the security guards sees her and leans out of the window. Nikita, you've been standing outside the entrance for days now, but you never come in. Did something happen? I'm waiting for someone. Ooh, I can help people look out and let you know when they arrive. Thanks, but that won't be necessary. Suddenly, the person Nikita has been waiting for appears within her field of view. Wait, Miss Ines Chernova. Hearing her name, the woman stops and turns around and is rather surprised to see Nikita. Nikita, sorry to trouble you, but could I have a moment of your time? I need to ask a favor. The woman looks puzzled, but she stops to listen. Nikita decides to speak as concisely as possible. Thank you for your time, ma'am. I used to work for the Public Security Administration in Jurisdiction E5. During a recent mission, I was wrongfully accused of violating protocols and dismissed from the force. I've tried to appeal, but all channels have been closed to me. Oh. And what do you want from me? Judging by your uniform and insignia, your rank is higher than mine. I'm hoping you could assist me with filing a cross-jurisdiction appeal. Cross-jurisdiction appeals are highly unlikely. We've never worked together officially. Even if I outrank you, I can't vouch for you. However, I can at least help you contact your superior and pass along the message. If you could help me get in touch with my captain, I would be very grateful. His name is Garvert Roberts. ODE 13, captain of the 2nd Patrol Detachment in Jurisdiction E5, correct? You looked into me. You've had frequent contact with Una for her safety. It's only natural that I check your background. It's a reasonable explanation. Nikita imprint model VSK-94 suspected of violating protocol in Operation Codename 342, causing injuries to fellow officer. Further mechanical inspection revealed irreparable performance defects, result dismissal. Oh. That's what you're trying to appeal, right? How do you know all that? Because I was the one who orchestrated everything. Oh. The unexpected answer hits Nikita like a lightning strike, but she only frowns briefly before immediately sizing up the woman in front of her. Even through the sunglasses, Nikita can sense that the woman's previous warm, smiling eyes have turned unreadable, as if there's some creature lurking just beneath the surface. Let me properly introduce myself. My name is Inessa Grigorevna Chernova, head of the Counterintelligence and Investigative Intelligence Division of the Public Security Administration. Apologies for not disclosing this earlier, it just didn't seem relevant since our work didn't overlap. And now it is. No need to be so guarded, I'll explain everything. But this isn't the right place for a conversation. Let's get in the car. I know better location. Wait, before that, can you show some valid identification? Even if you're carrying a PSA badge, I can't just take your word for it. Not bad, even after dismissal, you still take your basic precautions. Here, take a look. Inessa presents her electronic ID for Nikita to verify. Well, satisfied, I'm not lying. Your credentials check out. Thank you for your cooperation. And shall we go? Sit wherever you like. I'll make us some coffee. After taking in her surroundings, Nikita sits down on the sofa in the cabin. The cabin is well hidden and soundproof. Not a sound can be heard from outside. The distress call you heard during that mission was actually a pre-recorded audio clip prepared by a tech team who disguised it as coming from the squad's primary frequency and inserted it into your comms receiver through interference. Okay, I wonder why. So the entire rescue was just a stage performance that you orchestrated to get me dismissed. Your composure surprises me. I thought you'd be more upset after learning you were set up. How my emotional module functions is none of your concern. To me, this is simply filling in the blanks. I already know the method and the outcome, and I want to learn your motive. Before that, I'd like to know, was that team member really injured? Inessa raises an eyebrow. You care about that? Don't worry, no one was actually hurt. They're all my subordinates acting under my special orders. You can consider it part of the show. Very well, then please answer my next question. Why do you orchestrate this whole performance? Sometimes, for more people to enjoy the sunlight, someone has to do things in the dark, things that can't see the light of day. You used to work for a PMC, you should know this kind of thing. You should know how this kind of thing works. When I worked for the PMC, the commander whom I served under was always upright. I'm not familiar with the kind of things that can't see the light of day that you're referring to. If there's something you want me to do, just say it directly. I'll assess whether I can do it after I've heard the details. Alright, since you're being this straightforward, I'll skip the preamble. Give me a second, hold on. There we go. I just had to shut the window. Where was I? Realizing Nikita's extremely direct demeanor, Inessa adjusts her tone. During the recent operation to seize illegal drugs, we captured some suspects, but upon investigation, they turned out to be just low-level runners. The real big players are still hiding in the shadows. On top of that, we've received an anonymous report implicating Manji Security. We need someone to go undercover inside Manji Security and gather concrete evidence of their involvement in illegal drug trafficking. Oh, so okay, so that's why they had to have her dismissed, so that she could go undercover, so that she would have a reason to go undercover. Manji Security, are you sure? It's the same Manji Security that makes donations to orphanages, just like we do. Can I take a look at the report? Of course. Inessa opens a drawer and hands Nikita a stack of documents. I mean, like, if Manji Security is making a lot of money, as David says, more money than public security, then they're a mercenary company, right? They're a small PMC company, right? If they're like making more money than public security, then they must be getting a lot of jobs. The report includes a blurry photo in it. A person wearing a Manji security uniform is sitting on a worn sofa, holding a vial of some substance. What he's holding is the contraband drug in question. In the industry, it is known as Vitalis. It's rumored to treat doll syndrome. But in reality, it contains mineral active ingredients and is highly addictive. Long-term use leads to mental instability, severe paranoia, and an inability to distinguish fantasy from reality. Doll syndrome. Oh, that's a common psychological illness among people who live and work long-term in satellite cities. Patients feel that they fought tooth and nail for the right to live in Satellite City, hoping for a comfortable life, only to discover all their efforts merely serve to make life easier for the privilege in the white zones. That realization makes them feel like they've been downgraded from humans to dolls. They often develop strong hostility towards actual dolls, no offense. None taken. So we're investigating the substance called Vitalis. Are there any other photos? No, this photo was likely taken covertly. The sender's IP was randomly generated, probably to avoid retaliation. A single photo like this can't serve as evidence linking Manji security to Vitalis. We do have a few fragmented clues, but it's not sufficient for making formal accusations. And that's exactly why I need you. Nikita casts Inessa a searching look. Inessa meets her gaze calmly. One last question, why me? You've had close contact with people from Manji Security, haven't you? Inessa places another photo on the table and pushes it toward Nikita. The man in the photo is David. The angle clearly indicates that it was taken without his knowledge. Not exactly close, but he's been actively trying to recruit me. He's been encouraging me to jump ship and join Manji. And joining them would be a natural step for you. Would it really be that easy? I was dismissed for protocol violations and performance defects. Would Manji Security really take in someone like that? In reality, your performance defects don't exist. That would become apparent in any baseline diagnostics. As for the protocol violations, well, you know how rigid government organizations are. Private security firms have very different standards and protocols. Believe me, they won't easily pass up this rare opportunity to recruit a high-performance tactical doll like you. You could... Oh, give me a second. Hold on. Someone's at the door. Be right back. All right, give me a sec. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Nikita's eyes, the document spread out before, then looks up at Ines's face again. So after I complete this mission, what happens to me? You can go wherever you want. If you come back to the Public Security Administration, I'll reinstate your service records. Of course, you have every right to turn down this mission. It's dangerous after all. In time, I'll clear your name and you can still return to work. If you have such a thorough plan, why didn't you speak to me about it beforehand? What's wrong? Didn't like being falsely accused. Nikita frowns slightly as she lapses into silence, her thoughts pulled back to the moment when her colleague pointed a gun at her. She pushes away the unpleasant memory, focusing instead on Ines's words and the core of the matter. No, it's just that with prior communication, I could have responded better. Everything before this felt senseless. For a moment, I even doubted myself in PSA. I don't like feeling that kind of doubt. I didn't even know dolls have existential crises. That's not funny. The mood, which had lightened a little, now grows heavy again. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I really should have explained the situation to you. This is the general consensus around undercover work, but clearly you've never done this sort of thing before. Ines sits up straight. Let me put it this way, the reason I didn't talk to you beforehand is because I wanted the whole thing to feel natural. As if you really were dismissed for violating protocol. The less staged it looks, the better. Most undercover agents are trained early on so they can perform convincingly. But someone like you who's been chosen on short notice might act unnaturally due to hesitation if warned in advance. You could have made mistakes that would be used against you somewhere down the line. That may be true, but weren't you worried things would go wrong, like if I didn't follow the script? But you did come to me. Nessa smiles faintly. I wasn't wrong about you. Your pursuit of truth has brought you here. That kind of resolve is exactly why an undercover agent needs. And what else does undercover work require? Let's see, tolerance for loneliness and boredom, acceptance of the fact that you will give your all and likely receive nothing in return. You'll have to blend into the crowd, and whether you succeed or fail, you can never speak of it. So are you willing to take the mission? Nikita looks into Nessa's eyes, sensing a scrutinizing gaze behind her glasses. A strange emotion rises in her neural cloud, but she dismisses it as system noise. Also don't overthink, at least I don't. If it's something that helps people, something that's right, I'll do it. Nessa smiles and extends her hand. I knew I wasn't wrong about you. Then here's to a successful collaboration. Nikita looks at the offered hand and shakes it gently. Right. Alright, so let's see. The next story stage is over here. Okay, so we got like 2 combat stations. No, not a big deal. Let me just like finish my food here and then I'll like continue. Two months after joining Manji Security. Having just wrapped up a task, Nikita runs into David in the hallway. Hey Nikita, haven't seen you since your onboarding. How's it going? Settling in alright? More or less. Whoa, your Robodog actually passed approval. HR must really like it. So how's the pay? Must be enough to get the kids at the orphanage something better, huh? Isn't it explicitly stated in our contract that we're not to discuss salary for co-workers? Don't be so rigid, but fine. It's cool if you want to keep yourself. If you want to keep it to yourself, the salaries of dolls and humans aren't exactly comparable to begin with. All right, Nikita, come to Hangar 3 after lunch. I'll introduce you to the team you'll be doing next week's long-haul transport mission with. Long-haul transport. What? No one told you that? Hang on, let me check. Nikita pulls out her terminal, which shows an unread task on her checklist. You've got to check your task list on time. That's something dolls should be even better than at humans, right? And I'm telling you, this is one of the company's key transport routes. Usually only the vets get. Eva frowns as he notices that Nikita is still focused on her terminal. Nikita, you listening? I heard everything, but I've got something to do right now. See you this afternoon, Captain David. Let's go, Kulik. Hey, wait, I'm not finished. Before David can react, Nikita has already rushed off with her mechanical dog. To conclude, nothing suspicious has been found for now. You just joined Manjin Security and you're carrying out the most basic frontline tasks. It's normal that they won't expose you to core operations yet, especially since you used to work in PSA. The key is to blend in and become part of their background. Speaking of core operations, I just received a task today. One that's usually assigned only to more senior members. Nikita hands her work terminal to Inessa. Long-haul transport from ODE 13 to LVI 14, cargo category, food. Inessa taps the armrest of her seat with a finger. That's very suspicious. The route passes through loosely regulated or rather completely unregulated contamination zones. There's plenty of opportunity for foul play. You mean there's a chance the cargo could be swapped in the contamination zone? Exactly, but if Manjin Security really does run illegal ops like that, they normally assign someone experienced and familiar with their internal workings. It's odd that they'd entrust this to someone like you after just 2 months. I understand. I'll stay alert and treat it as a regular transport unless something seems off. I'm counting on you. Oh, and take this. Nessa hands Nikita a USB drive. Little gadget developed by our tech team. It can automatically generate neural logs. All my doll agents have passed routine neural cloud inspections. From what I remember, Manjin Security takes neural log submissions every 2 months. The next one is coming up soon. Tomorrow, actually. Perfect timing. This will get you through the inspection just fine. I also have something for you, or rather for your daughter. Nikita hands her a neatly wrapped box. This is for Una. A toy walkie-talkie with and a recon manual. It's the public security officer toy set I promised Una. She's already received the toy badge. This is the rest of it. Oh, I see. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Inessa seems a bit distracted. She accepts the box stiffly. Una said her dream is to become public security officer. She has a strong sense of justice. I like her a lot, so it's my pleasure. Please give this to her when she returns from her trip. Inessa gently caresses the box as something comes to mind. Mama, the day after tomorrow is my birthday. The investigation shows. What did he say? Una's birthday is the day after tomorrow. Alright, sweetheart, happy birthday. What gift do you want? I want a new security officer outfit from Disneyland. Can I have it? Of course, once Mama finishes this report, we'll go buy it together, okay? Yay, thank you, Mama. In the end, that case was too complicated and it completely slipped my mind. But Una never brought it up again. When that case was closed, she even baked me cookies to celebrate. She really is such a considerate child. She is, so warm-hearted. She deserves the world. Realizing she's gone emotional, Inessa clears her throat and puts on a polite smile. Anyway, thank you, Nikita. Una may be away for a while, but I'll make sure to pass on your kindness. No need to thank me. Nikita isn't sure if it's her imagination, but Inessa's smile seems a bit forced. After Nikita leaves, Inessa sits alone on the sofa and dials a number on her terminal. Oh, give me a sec. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my cat. Anyway. Where was I? The ringtone lasts a long time before the other end finally picks up. It's me, everything is proceeding according to plan. She hasn't noticed anything suspicious. Her PSA records have already been deleted. There's no way back for her. You guys understand, I'll continue to report to you if anything comes up. Oh, wait. Inessa straightens up slightly. I want to ask about Una. Last time I heard her voice, she sounded like she had the flu. She's recovered. She's swimming now. She's got a weak constitution. She'll probably need some nutritional supplements after swimming. I'll send you a list later. Please help buy them if you can. Okay, thank you. There's something up with Inessa. Something's wrong. The call ends. Inessa massages her the bridge of her nose, then looks down at the beautifully wrapped box on the table. Apart from officer-themed toys, it also contains a cute plush mascot wearing a mini PSA uniform. She picks up the plush and buries her face in its soft and fluffy fabric, just as she's used to burying her face in Una's thick hair when hugging her countless times. A week later, the night before the transport mission. Even though the cargo swap is more likely to happen in the contamination zone, avoiding the surveillance she had previously scoped out, Nikita sneaks into the cargo hold. Just in case, I should inspect the cargo beforehand. Only a sound comes from a small door at the back of the hold. Nikita ducks behind the shelf. Damn, that Anthony kid is getting greedier by the day. His asking price keeps going up. How much did you give him? 200 credit tokens for 1 hour. 1 hour, and he's even limiting our access time to the cargo hold. Apparently, someone might notice if we take too long. Who's gonna know once we wipe the visitor logs and surveillance footage? Oh, give me a sec. There we go. Alright. Where were we? Plus the guy always wanders off around this time. As long as the missing cargo goes unnoticed, no one's gonna bother checking footage. Honestly, it feels like we're overpaying. Better safe than sorry. Damn it, these people are ruthless. Let's raise the price of the shipment too. We'll earn it all back with interest. Raise it again. You're not afraid no one will buy. Oh, they'll buy it. Those poor bastards in the contamination zones really rely on this stuff to survive. Nikita identifies the two intruders through voice print analysis. One is David, and the other is a transport team member whom he previously introduced. It's them. David, how many crates are we taking this time? Same as usual, 3. Yeah, David is the bad guy. Hell yeah. Okay, we get to kill him later. Only 3, come on. This shipment is huge. We could sneak out more and no one would notice. Ow, why'd you hit me? If we get caught, we're screwed. Even ever heard of caution? I teamed up with you because I thought you had some brains. Now I'm starting to think I should have gone with a doll. At least she'd be obedient like a dog. Hey, that's going too far. Transport team member tries to argue, but shuts up when he sees David's dark expression. He gulps. Oh, fine, 3 crates it is. Screw this, why am I stuck with a lunatic like you? Anyway, speaking of dolls, what's the deal with that Nikita you introduced us to? Only 2 months in and she's already doing covert transports. Who knows what HQ is thinking? They had me cozy up to her ages ago and poach her from the PSA. Every time I talk to her, I feel sick. How much they value her and how she's learning all our business, you don't think she's being groomed to replace you as squad leader, do you? I told you I have no idea what those pampered fatzos upstairs are planning. Even if she replaces me, what can I do? These days, actual people have it worse than dolls. Calm down, man. But here's another possibility. What if we've been found out for smuggling and Nikita was sent to spy on us? Highly unlikely, aside from Anthony, we haven't left any traces, and Anthony's in this with us. If we go down, so does he. Still, keeping an eye on her wouldn't hurt if she ever does find out. If his eyes flash dangerously on his grim face. She's just a doll, we'll scrap her and be done with it. Exactly, just a damn doll. Dude, they're like talking as if they can fucking take on a doll from Griffin. Dude. Oh, bro, they know she's from Griffin, and they talk like they can fucking take her on, dude. Like, honestly, man. Come on, let's load the stuff into your vehicle. The 2 men bustle about in cargo hold for a while, then disappear behind the door with the cargo. Nikita steps out from the shadows of the shelves. Smuggling cargo, deliberate collusion. She shifts her gaze to the goods on the shelves. She opens one of the crates inside her neatly stacked canned fruits. The packaging suggests black currants. These absolutely can't be regular fruit preserves, otherwise they wouldn't be taking such a huge risk. Nikita reaches towards the crate but quickly withdraws her hand. It's not the time yet, I need to find a chance to investigate David. You just said load the stuff into your vehicle. Anji Security's transport convoy enters a bleak town with the contamination zone and stops at the supply station. David, the transport squad leader, gets out of the vehicle, followed closely by Nikita. Watching the station staff bustle around, refilling water and recharging the truck, David makes a remark. Even in a hazmat suit, I can feel how foul the air is. It's suffocating. How do these people get used to surviving in this kind of environment? Oh right, I almost forgot, you're a dog. Guess robots don't need to breathe, huh? Though you do mimic the action. That's just to simulate human breathing to avoid triggering the uncanny valley effect. Dolls don't actually need to breathe. How thoughtful. Anyway, Nikita, I'm stepping away for a bit to buy stuff. Keep an eye on things here. The explosion cuts him off. Several ramshackle armored cars and motorbikes were passed, kicking up thick clouds of dust. It's Varyagers. Why are they suddenly... David visibly panics in the face of the Varyagers' assault. Captain David ordered everyone to combat readiness and evacuate civilians. I'll hold the front line. I'm the captain, I don't need orders from a doll. Just go. Boys, look what we've got here. Fresh meat. Slaughter them all. Alright. Robbery is a serious offense and I'm here to arrest all of you. Oh, you. I'm plain enough to deal with the likes of you. Okay, let's see here. We are gonna do... Okay, let's try out her other skills. Hold on. What does this do? Select one enemy, select one target within 9 tiles, dealing 100 damage people. Okay. My skill. Wait, what does this do? Oh, can summon Kulik. Yo! Kulik! Kulik is so cool. There we go. Nikita moves through the battlefield like a panther, her actions efficient and lethal without any flashy moves. For those who glimpse her even briefly, it's already too late, their fate is sealed. Wait, this transport seems got all that strong. Our intel must have been wrong. Screw the intel, just grab what we can and this whole trip's wasted. Okay, you draw the tin can's attention, I'll hijack the truck and drive off, whatever you get is ours. You're sending me into the line of fire while you make off with the loot? You think I'm a damn fool? A dirty rust bucket like you dares to lay a hand on my bros, you're so dead. As one of them revs a motorbike and charges at Nikita, the two men stop arguing and exchange a look. Let's go, bro, split the take. Not my thoughts exactly. Not far away, Nikita notices the subtly moving Manji security transport vehicle and immediately spots the two sneaky men in the cab. She checks her sidearm, rushes up the nearby ladder and in 3 quick steps and hurls herself towards the charging Variegator bike. Oh wait. She kicks him off the motorbike and mid-charge, grabs the handlebars midair and swings herself onto the bike using its momentum. After steadying it, she guns the throttle and speeds after the truck. A dull impact hits the truck roof. The two Variegers in the cab glance at each other. What the hell was that? Probably just another damn rock falling on her head. We've hit the jackpot, a whole truckload. Oh right, this stuff's in high demand in the contamination zones. We can jack up the price like crazy. But we're supposed to turn it in, remember? Knowing the boss, how much do you think we'll actually get? You got a point, maybe we should just pocket it all. I mean, insane still if we just skim a little off the top. Not just bring out before he finishes. Bullets pierce the window, hitting the driver's hand with deadly precision. Yeah. The truck veers wildly across the terrain. The two inside are tossed around like ragdolls. Nikita sees it at the moment and leaps through the shattered window, grabbing the steering wheel with one hand. She aims her gun with the other and fires precise shots into their legs. Ah, you. Nikita slams on the brakes, fighting the wheel, and barely stops the truck from crashing into a massive roadside boulder. She ties up the two Variegers and sets them aside before inspecting the cargo. Many of the cans were damaged during the commotion. Black currant syrup and fruit are spilled everywhere. Those are definitely black currants. In one of the cracked cans, Nikita spots the corner of a small plastic bag. He picks it up inside a sealed sachet of brownish yellow powder. Could this be used to make Vitalis? Oh, hey, doll ladies, please spare us. We're gonna bleed out at this rate. You didn't get hit in any major arteries, you'll live. Now I need more intel on Vitalis D's. Where do you usually sell them? She shakes the bag in front of them. You guys don't even know what you're transporting. Ow, we sell them to underground brokers or small taverns in the contamination zone. They brew it into drinks and sell it to poor bastards suffering from radiation sickness. Radiation sickness? You mean Elid? What now? I don't know, please lady. No, Madam Doll, I can't remember stuff like that. You mean that disease where your body grows rocks and stuff? I think taking too much of this makes people dumb or something. It's not meant for doll syndrome then. So this isn't the raw material for the Vitalis. What now? Never heard of that. Figures it's a psychological condition unique to Satellite City residents. Now what is this stuff called? You must know that at least. Look, Lady Madam Doll, you let us go and I'll tell you all about it. Before he can finish, a cold black muzzle is pressed against his forehead. He looks up at Nikita, who's staring down at him with an expression as cold as steel. You know very well there's no room for negotiation between us. Alright, continue. The canned food transported by Manji security conceals substance called Erdis, a brown powder rumored to contain anti-Elid properties. Its ingredients are unknown. It is often mixed into beverages and sold to Elid patients. Its actual effectiveness is unverified, but it has not passed regulatory approval. It is without question a banned substance. Nikita pulls out a small plastic sachet and hands it to Inessa, who is seated on the sofa. Retrieve this on site. I have video evidence to back it up. Inessa opens the sachet, pours the powder onto her palm, and rubs it between her fingers. You weren't discovered while collecting this evidence, were you? I don't think so. I destroyed the truck's dash cam. The only two eyewitnesses that were the two Variegas. I tossed them into the ravine, so statistically there should be no solid evidence against me. Lack of evidence doesn't mean you won't be suspected. No witnesses also means no one to testify for you. Both you and the physical evidence disappeared for too long. If there's any discrepancy in the cargo count later, suspicions will naturally fall on you. It doesn't matter if they do. This evidence is enough to indict Maji security, and by then I should be reinstated by the PSA. Hold on, who said you were coming back? The mission isn't finished yet. Our goal is to uncover evidence of them trafficking Vitalis. Finding evidence of Erdis, a banned substance, should prompt a full investigation by the PSA. That would likely lead to clues about Vitalis, no? Besides, if the Variega's claims are true, Erdis is already causing serious harm in the contamination zones. The longer it's left unchecked, the more people will be endangered. Nikita, I'm not dismissing the results of your investigation, but Inessa rubs the bridge of her nose. First of all, these security companies backed by big corporations have countless ways to evade risk. Just this bit of evidence isn't enough for a full investigation, and we could lose the chance to keep digging into Vitalis. Secondly, please remember our jurisdiction. We are the Public Security Administration of Sally City, ODE 13. We're responsible for ODE 13 residents. The residents of the contamination zones are not under our protection. So you're saying there won't be any action taken regarding Erdis? There will be, just not right now. We'll file the evidence for archival. Just filing. Nikita, Inessa's tone darkens. I know that justice is a core keyword in your foundational logic, but justice in the real world isn't so simple. Sometimes, in order to achieve a greater justice, you have to allow some losses to happen, even if it contradicts your programming. So in order to protect justice, we must turn a blind eye to illegal activity. That logic makes no sense to me. Also, you said that contamination zones aren't within our jurisdiction, but think of it another way. Residents of ODE 13 are committing crimes. Doesn't that warrant immediate action? Don't play word games with me. I understand that this is very difficult for a doll to grasp. You just need to follow orders from now on, act cautiously, and keep a low profile. Record things, but don't interfere. Gradually work your way into the inner circle, understood? Nikita locks eyes with Vanessa for a long moment, then finally looks away. Understood. Justice isn't so simple. No, justice is simple. Don't let those who hurt others walk free, no matter the situation. Always do what you believe is right. You guys don't even know what you're transporting. How? We sell them to underground brokers or small taverns in the contamination zones. They brewed into drinks and sell to poor bastards suffering from radiation sickness. Radiation sickness, you mean Elid? People are committing crimes, people are dying because of it. As someone who knows the truth and has the ability to do something, I can't just sit by and do nothing. As the workday ends, employees stream out of the building. Once Nikita confirms that David has left, she walks against the crowd into the office building. Countless terminal screens cast a faint blue glow on the empty office. Nikita moves among them and sits at her own desk, pretending to be working on a report as she discreetly connects to level 2. Found it. David's IP address, but is password protected. Nikita cracks her knuckles. Let's do this. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's do it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh.
Okay.
There's some recent transport logs, nothing looks out of the ordinary. Nikita scans through the logs carefully. Multiple shipments to Phoebe factory in LVI 14. Why would a pharmaceutical factory need so much wine in drinking glasses? Even if it's for employee benefits, the quantity and frequency are excessive. Maybe these like the canned black currants are just covered goods to conceal banned substances. She spots the PSA border control stamp at the bottom of the shipping manifest. Her expression darkens. Right, why didn't I think of this earlier? Hang on. While flipping through the pages, Nikita notices a peculiar number. Among a long string of nearly identical timestamps, one transport log stands out. Order 207-10209 seemed route, but the transportation time was nearly double the usual duration. Listed reason, a collapse storm. Suddenly, her personal communicator rings. She exits level 2 temporarily. Caller unknown. Hello, this is Nikita. Oh, it's Nagant. Hiya, Nikita. It's Moza Nagant. Nagant and I are on assignment in ODE 13 right now. Why did you leave the PSA? Moza Nagant. Surprised by the unexpected call, Nikita instantly glances at the security camera on the ceiling. I can't really talk right now. Oh, sure, if you're free tonight, come meet us at District K, number 153, let's hang out. See ya. Got it. The call ends. Nikita thinks for a moment. If I remember correctly, Moza Nagant works for a public security administration too, though in a different satellite city. A plan begins to form in her neural cloud. And there's one more thing I need to do first. We're gonna get help from them, hell yeah. Nikita backs up the transport records, logs out of David's terminal, and turns off the screen. Alright, continue. In the deserted hallway, she stands before the door to the surveillance room. Looks like I won't be buying toys for the kids this month. She knocks several times, but no one answers. Just as she's about to inspect the door's keypad, she hears footsteps behind her. The surveillance operator appears holding a meal container. Looks like he was out for dinner. Doll, what do you want? Though caught off guard, Nikita recovers quickly. It must be Mr. Anthony. I'm Nikita. Captain David sent me to confirm that the previous footage was properly deleted. David glances around cautiously and lowers his voice. You're new, haven't seen you before. I was brought into Monty Security by Captain David, working for him on the inside. Fine, of course the footage was deleted. Does the paranoid bastard not trust me? May I double check? It's not your place to tell me what to do, doll. If David has doubts, let him come himself. He should know by now I don't work for free. Gotta pay up if he wants something done. Could I please double check? I said no. He abruptly stops, his eyes fixing on the card in Nikita's hand. I just found this in the hallway, a withdrawal card worth 250 credit tokens. No idea who dropped it. I'll take that. I'll drop it at the last found. I'll be back in 15 minutes. After he leaves, Nikita slips into the surveillance room and closes the door. Countless screens emit a faint and white glow in the room, like eyes, all watching the intruder in their domain. Nikita steps up to the control panel and begins searching. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, they're really they are like really paced out, so we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do we're gonna do this. I think this is AoE, right? Yeah. Hey, oh shit! Oh, I thought he still lived. Oh shit, okay. Go here. Okay. Oh, it's a teleporter! Kill this guy. And I gotta drop Kulik on this guy. Found it. Netta flies into her neural cloud as she navigates her level 2. A particular frame catches her attention. In it, David is seen getting out of the vehicle. Nikita notes down the license plate number. If the employee garage weren't only accessible to staff with registered vehicles, I wouldn't need to check the surveillance. Anyway, I've got the plate now. Wait a minute. Footage continues. A familiar figure appears getting into David's private car. Isn't that Una? Inessa's daughter. What's she's got to do with Manji security? I'm assuming that they are holding Inessa's daughter hostage for whatever reason. Later, in a cafe in a commercial district, Nikita meets up with Moza Nagan and her team. A protocol violation? Seriously, what happened exactly? It's complicated. Oh, it sounds like you're hiding something. It's been a while since Griffin, but I remember back then, Nikita was the most by the book of us all. Wow, your workplace has such a bad vibe. The front desk totally flipped out and threw us out when they heard that we were looking for you. What do you do to your poor coworkers? Ksenia. Sorry, Nikita, if you don't want to talk, just ignore her. She just likes stirring the pot. Stirring the pot, I'm just curious, and hey, you yourself were wondering why she left the PSA before she got here, remember? I was not. You totally were. You practically had, oh, gossip, gimme, written all over your face. Be honest with yourself, Senior Nagan. Who drinks milk? I did not cut it out already, and what's wrong with milk anyway? It's not that I don't want to talk. Nikita speaks calmly, her expression composed but earnest. It's just that a lot of strange things have happened to me recently, things that are hard to explain. Right now, all my evidence I have is fragmented. It doesn't form a complete picture. Rushing to tell you everything might not be a good idea. You can tell us what you do know. Maybe we can help you piece things together. Nikita falls silent. Of course, if you'd rather not, that's fine too, just a suggestion. Thank you, Moza Nagan, but even if I can't tell you everything, I may still need your help. It's about that matter related to your protocol violation. It is somewhat. You want our help without telling us the full story. You can't have it all, you know. I'll pay you. Alright, boss, what kind of service do you require? Ksenia, your attitude changed real quick. You say no to money. You've known me long enough. I'll make sure you're compensated for your time since this would eat into your 3 hours. A reasonable client, what a breath of fresh air. So Nikita, tell us what you need help with. I'll need to assess the risk. I have a license plate number. I'd like you to trace the vehicle's travel history, see if it's been to any suspicious locations. The group exchanged glances. Nikita, you're not involved in anything too dangerous, are you? Asking us to track a law-abiding citizen, this isn't just about time or money anymore. Can you at least tell us why? Why isn't it just about money? Ksenia. Fine. Got it, Senior. Ksenia shuts her mouth. Nikita speaks again, somewhat guilty. Sorry, I can't really tell you that either. Heavy silence hangs in the air. I know it doesn't feel good to be forced into a situation without knowing anything. Honestly, I don't fully understand it all either, so I can't jump to any conclusions, but when I piece together the truth, I will tell you everything. And if this causes you any harm, I'll take full responsibility. Responsibility? What if helping you gets fired from the PSA? I doubt it'll come to that as long as we're careful. You shut up. Nikita pauses, then seems to make up her mind. If you do get fired, then I'll support you. Huh. I can take mercenary jobs in the contamination zone aside my main duties. They pay well, and I've already passed the qualifications. Whoa, wait a minute. What are you even talking about? Moza Nagan rubs her forehead. Nikita, this is serious. Nikita stops talking and lowers her gaze. Sorry, that was thoughtless of me. I do need your help. Out of the trust we built working at Griffin, I chose to ask you. But you're absolutely right. It's not fair if I don't tell you anything. Oh, so you are going to tell us the inside story. I'll tell you parts of it selectively. After Nikita finishes her account, the group falls into deep thought. That's a lot to take in, so you're saying the person tied to the license plate is definitely a criminal, and you suspect someone else is collaborating with them. Yes, the crime itself is already confirmed, but I haven't reported it yet to avoid tipping them off. need more evidence to uncover what whoever's behind them. So what we'd be doing is essentially assisting in an investigation. That's one way to put it. Mosin Nagant takes in Nikita's calm but resolute face and finally exhales. Alright, give me the license plate number, we'll head to the Ministry of Transport and dig around. And if you got other plans, please be careful. I do. Seriously. I also want to ask you to help me tell someone. Nikita pulls out a photo and slides it across the table. The image is shadowy and a bit blurry, everyone leans in. This person, I think I've seen her before. You have where? I haven't been idle these past few days. After work at ODE 13, I've been picking up some side gigs. A few days ago, I was working at a psych clinic and I saw this person. The uniform stood out, so it stuck in my mind. Really, can you take me to that clinic? I can, but Ksenia, you're not going to ask for more money now, are you? You mustn't. Why not? My intel is super useful. It will push your case forward a great deal. Right, how much do you want? No, Nikita, don't encourage her crooked schemes. Give me a sec here, hold on. Okay. I was just crooked, senior. You're poor precisely because you don't know how to hustle. Why, you little... Why the two bigger Mosin Nagant turns again to Nikita? I'm guessing you can't tell us why you want this person followed either. Sorry. With a sigh, Mosin Nagant leans in and places a hand on Nikita's. I'll say it again, be careful. Nikita's calm gaze flickers slightly. Understood. Thank you all. Let's see here. So we got story. Okay. Oh wait, how much gems do I have? I never did check how much gems I got. I got 13,000 and 13,000. Wait a sec. I think it's this one. So okay, that's 89 pulls. How much do I have for this one? That's 300. That's 10. Okay, that's neat. Okay, I'll save those for a bit. Alrighty. Wait, how long does this last for? This stays until next month. Oh wow, that's a long while. Okay, that's a long while to save up. It's not a biggie. I'll claim all this stuff later. Night in Odessa is far from quiet. Soft light shines from the full-height windows of high-rise buildings, calm and restrained. A tall figure stands at one such window, looking down at the cold cityscape. Mr. Scott, as I was just saying, Manji Security's parent company has always had a bad relationship with yours. We haven't forgotten whose help and support we received to be able to establish ourselves in ODE 13. Please do pass that along to Mr. Rurik. Of course, everything we discuss in this call will be relayed to him verbatim, so please choose your words carefully, Miss Carmen. Naturally, I'll speak openly so long as it's within my knowledge and within my bounds. What Mr. Rurik seems most concerned about is the other technical term that it assembled. Until recently, Gerard's R&D team has been the unquestioned pioneer and leader in third-generation doll research. We will not tolerate any theft of Gerard's technological achievements at this critical juncture. Please don't let that trouble you. The tall woman glances at her subordinate who just entered the room and signals for silence. VSK 94's data have not been shared with the new technical team. Gerard remains in the lead when it comes to third-gen doll manufacturing. Locked down that tightly. So this doll codenamed VSK 94, how exactly does she differ from the others we've acquired from IOP? I don't know. Manji Security was simply instructed to contain and hold onto the doll. We were not given any access related to that. Related data. Now, there's been no further directive from the council. Never mind, no point asking further. I'll go ahead and relay Mr. Ruro's orders then. Carmen raises her eyebrow at the word orders, but her tone remains respectful. Please do. There's no doubt that VSK's 94 is special, however, discovering the nature of her uniqueness will require your company's cooperation. Of course, we won't force Manji Security to synchronize VSK 94's data, as that would place our loyal allies in violation of contract terms, which would hinder further cooperation and intelligence sharing. Instead, we hope Manji Security will assign VSK-94 to a mission within Gerard's jurisdiction. After that, we will detain her under the pretense of trespassing on private property and perform study on her frame. The findings from this research will be particularly shared with our loyal allies. So the reason why Inessa gave the real reason Inessa's like doing all this is to give Nikita to whatever organization these people belong to, so that they can like research her. So yeah, and the reason why she's doing it is because they have her daughter hostage, I'm guessing. This method also offers a degree of deniability against accountability from it, but a meticulous and well-planned operation. I'll report the full plan to the general manager, expected news soon. The call ends, Carmen loosens her collar and sits down on the sofa. The subordinate, who has been waiting nearby, hands her a glass of red wine in just the right time. Pioneer, leader, technological achievements, such bold words. Whatever, let's hear the report. Carmen takes a sip of wine and listens to the report. Halfway through, she frowns. Why was VSK 94 sent on a covert mission? It was probably due to a dispatching error. Probably. Oh, originally VSK 94 was assigned to a regular transport mission, but its task number, content, and destination overlap with those of the covert mission, which resulted in a management error. Has Frontline management become this sloppy? I should discuss a personnel reshuffle with Christopher. The woman's lips curl into a chilling smirk. Was there any unusual behavior from VSK 94 afterwards? According to the neurolog inspection, it appears not. Neurologs from dolls aren't reliable. They can't even be used as formal evidence. That gives me reason to suspect that VSK 94 has already discovered our covert operations. So what's next? Next, since Gerard plans to use the trespassing excuse, why shouldn't I do the same? But before that, I want to make sure my piece is still where it should be understood. One more thing, what do we do about David? If it were just embezzlement, we could have just fired him, but he's come into contact with our covert business. This goes far beyond simple dismissal. His recklessness may cause us immeasurable losses. We can't keep him around anymore. Oh, they're gonna kill him. So, unofficial disposal. No need to rush, I'll make sure his death is worthwhile, so they're gonna kill him. So this is the place. Yeah, the vehicle owner whom you asked us to investigate, the one called David, shows up here, the most frequently aside from Manji Security's office and his home. Look, the street sign matches the one in the surveillance footage. The two dolls circle around the warehouse. Doors and windows are locked. Let's go through the exhaust vent. The exhaust vent? My clothes just got laundered. Fine, but you better reimburse me for cleaning. We crawled through the vent and entered the warehouse interior. There's so much dust, what a dump, and dark too. Nikita and Ksenia each pull out a flashlight and start searching. The flashlights gradually reveal the warehouse's structure. On the left side, many crates are stacked high on metal shelves. Nikita climbs up and inspects them one by one. Yes, all of them contain cans of Erdis. Something on the right of the rack catches Nikita's attention. She jumps down and approaches a worn-out sofa placed in the corner. Wait, spot. She pulls out her terminal and retrieves a photo that Inessa had briefly shown her, the one with this person holding a vial of Vitalis. The photo is a low resolution, but based on the tears of the fabric, she can tell it's the same sofa. This photo was taken here. She closely examines the silhouette of the person in the image and compares it to David's profile from her neural cloud. Profile silhouette similarity, 70% match. So David isn't just slinging Erdis, but also Vitalis. A terrible hypothesis emerges in her neural cloud. Hey Nikita, come look over here, I found something weird. Ksenia beckons at her from a distance. Nikita turns and walks towards her. My flashlight rolled under a shelf just now, and when I reached under to get it, I found this. It looked like a toy, right? But it has comms and a camera. Kids' toys these days sure are fancy. Ksenia hands over a toy badge. It's a familiar toy PSA badge with dried blood caked on it. Where exactly did you find this? Over there. You look kind of scary. Nikita walks over to the indicated shelf and points her flashlight towards it. Nothing obvious stands out. She grips the rack and gives it a shake, then applies some force to push it aside. The old metal groans under the strain and threatens to topple over, and Ksenia hurries over to right it. Go slow down, those crates on top are gonna fall. As the light hits the floor behind the shelf, bloodstains come into view. They're sloppily wiped, but still clearly visible. Is that blood? Hey, don't tell me what you're investigating involves a murder, too. If that's the case, we should really report this to public security. Ksenia continues prattling, but Nikita is no longer listening. She stares at the bloodstains and grips the toy badge tightly. Hey, Ryzen, what's up? Una. Did they kill her? What the fuck? Okay, let's see here. What's up, Ryzen? What's up? Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Did I do something? I don't think I did anything. Hold on a sec. Let's check. You know you did. What did I do? I don't know what you're talking about. You're absolutely crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. As night falls, people returning to the satellite city crowd the commercial district, trying to shake off the day's fatigue under the neon lights. And Psychological Counseling, District D, number 1124. This is where you used to work part-time. Yeah, and right about now is when I'd be on shift as a cleaner. Already told front desk to call in a temp. Now, Ksenia stretches, watching the bustling crowd with boredom. I want to go shopping too. Nikita, we've been working full throttle today. First the warehouse, out in the sticks, now psych office. You better pay me for all this overtime. Nikita doesn't respond, seemingly lost in thought. Hey Nikita, are you listening? Oh, I'm out of funds right for now. I'll pay you back later. Ksenia's eyes that clearly distracted Nikita's size. That badge, did it belong to someone important to you? Una's cheerful smile flashes through Nikita's neural cloud. I can't say for sure, but Ksenia, stand guard out here. I'm going in. Alright, make it quick. At the workroom by the entrance, Nikita changes into janitorial doll's uniform and pushes a cleaning cart into the office. The fit, it's a bit tight. Sad cat in there again. What do you mean? The office is still open, but only a few people remain. Consulting room 1, room 4, archive room there. The archive room isn't locked. Nikita pushes the door open. Despite the name, it's actually a server room. A terminal sits in the back corner for data retrieval. Let's see. She types the name into the terminal. A pop-up requests a password. Of course. Yeah, but let's go start hacking. Alright, let's see here. What do we got here? What do we have? What do we have? Let's see here. I'm gonna do... Oh, there's a teleporter there. No. Okay. Just use silent. What do you mean? Why are you judging me? I did nothing wrong. What the fuck is that thing? the cube with a face on it. And zoom in. Yeah. There you go, I killed it. Let's see here. I want... Wait, I need to lower that thing. Oh wait, I can just kill this guy. Okay, there we go. Got like one guy left. There we go, all done. She overrides the control access. No more password blocks. She now has complete access to the archive database. As it floods into her neural cloud, she quickly spots the entry she needs. Found it, Inessa Grigorievna Chernova. Let's see if this will lead to any clues about Una. Excerpt from counseling session audio logs 700123. Inessa Grigorievna Chernova. Counselor, then let's begin. Alright. When you came in just now, I noticed you kept staring at this painting. Is there something special about it? The girl in the painting looks a lot like my daughter. You have a daughter? A second silence. An adopted daughter, to be precise. Adopted, she must have an unusual background. She's the orphan child of a colleague. What happened to your colleague? I can't say. Painful memory. Yes, I was there when he died. He died for me, so I must raise his daughter well and provide her with the best life I can. The gift of life is incredibly heavy. It sounds like she means a great deal to you. She is my everything. At first, I truly did see her as my colleague's orphan, but over the years we spent together, she has become my daughter in every sense. Even if we're not biologically related, she's still my daughter. Aside from her, is there anyone or anything else that's important to you? For a person, having multiple emotional anchors is essential. A minute silence. Sorry. It's okay, there's no need to apologize. Let's talk about something else. Do you still engage in charity work? Yes, I occasionally donate to orphanages to take Una along to do volunteer work. Una, your daughter, did she like going to the orphanage? I really enjoy doing that. She's such a kind child, always eager to help others. She does sound like a well-behaved child. More than well-behaved, she has a strong sense of justice. It's like a little son. She loves watching the news and gets upset about anything unjust, even when I tell her there's no such thing as perfect fairness in the world. She insists that even so, she wants to do her part to make things a little more fair. That sense of justice, did she pick it up from being around you? No, she's not like me. When it comes to things like fairness and justice, I have long since... Sound of a vibrating communicator, rustling clothes, a button being pressed. Sorry, urgent work call. No worries, let's end this session here for today then. In a recording. Una is her adopted daughter. I should listen to another one. Let's see. Excerpt from counseling session audio logs 700201. Nessa Grigorievna Chernova. It's quite lively here today. Yes, there's a sharing event going on. The company even orders some decent catering. How about a glass of old Finlandia water? What's that? Beverage from my hometown. Apparently it was all the rage ages ago because of its unique taste, and now it's back in production. Want to try it? No, I don't drink anything from outside. Professional habit? You can say that. That's fine. Let's talk about your hometown. Are there any distinctive foods? Mud cakes, dried grass. Sounds unappetizing. The containment zone, having anything to eat at all is considered lucky. You were born in a contamination zone. Yes. It must have been hard to climb all the way from there to your current position. It was easy and also very hard. I sold my soul to get where I am now. For this position, I have to do some very dangerous things. Whether I move forward or back, it's an abyss either way. And your soul must be of great value. Value that can be discarded at any time. Let me ask you something. As an individual, would you rather be abandoned or choose to give up something yourself? Amid silence, fabric rustling. Neither, I don't want to lose anything. You mean if you give up your current position, you'll be left with nothing, right? Yes. You lose your daughter too. I don't know, my daughter loves police dramas. She's always looked up to me. I'm afraid that if she found out the truth about what I do, she'd be disappointed and leave me. I can't accept that. I wouldn't be able to bear it. One moment before we go any further, I need to confirm something. Your work doesn't involve any illegal or criminal activities, does it? Of course not. So it's not illegal or criminal, but it's something you cannot openly talk about, is that right? Yes. That's fine. Electronic notification tone. Time's up, that's all for today. For today's session. See you next week, Anessa. Goodbye. Recording. Born in a contamination zone, sold her soul to gain her position. Was she talking about her current role at the Public Security Administration? Let's see if there's a more recent recording. Got it. Excerpt from counseling session audio log 010317. Inessa Grigor Evna Chernova. 5 minutes of silence. Nessa, we've been doing these sessions for a whole year now, but I still feel like you're not truly opening up to me. Have I done something wrong? 5 more minutes of silence. I read your health report. Both your depression and anxiety have grown more severe. Are you coming here every week? Are you sure coming here every week is actually helping? It is. 8 minutes of silence. I won't pressure you to reveal more than you're comfortable with, but I do have to remind you, if our conversation continues to be so brief and unfocused, then the time and money you're spending here might not be giving you the value that they should. A second silence. You really do care about your work. It's just basic professional ethics. Amid silence, communicator button being pressed. It helps. I just want someone to talk to. Understood? Then let's keep having conversations like this. Exiting level 2, Nikita stands in front of the terminal and reflects on the recording she just heard. Suddenly, she recalls a strange feeling she had when she first took on this mission. My entry into Manji security was far too smooth. And from these recordings, it's clear that Nessa is hiding something. Plus, there's the surveillance footage of Una getting into David's car. Nessa must have some kind of connection to Manji security. Nikita remembers the bloodstained badge. I need to record all this fragmented information and analyze it later. Right now, the top priority is finding Una.
任務完了。容疑者は全員逮捕しました。
Oh man, tomorrow it's going to be some Arc Nights. We're doing CC tomorrow, and I am not prepared for what I might encounter. Nikita drives a transport truck along the roads of the contamination zone, occasionally pulling up a second map for comparison. Order 207-10209, same route, but the transportation time was nearly double the usual duration listed. Reason, a collapse storm. It was a clear day, no such storm occurred. It must have been something else. Warning, you are off route, recalculating. Nikita ignores the system alert and turns onto a different fork in the road. As they pass a massive landfill, Kulik, who has been quietly lying in the passenger seat, suddenly sits up and starts barking out the window. Are you picking up a scent similar to the blood sample? Alright, let's get out of here. Following Kulik, Nikita enters a sprawling trash mounds that stretch for kilometers. Rubble, scrap metal, it's like a world long abandoned. Kulik leaps to an elevated spot, raises his head and gently shakes it as if trying to pinpoint a scent in the air. Before Kulik can make a move, Nikita hears footsteps behind her. Who's there? Hey, how many times do I have to say it? This is my turf. You think you can mess with the king of this dump without facing his gun out? Before he can even draw his pistol, a searing pain shoots through his wrist. He looks closely and realizes the doll, who was some distance away just moments ago, is now standing silently right in front of him, gripping his wrist tightly. His gun clatters to the ground. Ow, mercy, please, brave warrior, take whatever you want, scavenge all you like. I'm not here to scavenge, I just need you to answer a few questions. You got it, I swear I'll tell you everything I know, ma'am. Have you seen this man before? Nikita pulls up a photo of David from her terminal and shows it to him. This guy, I don't recognize that face, but... The scavenger squints at the terminal, then slaps its forehead. Oh, that outfit I've seen before. A few months back on the other side of the trash hill, he looked like he was burying something. When I saw him, he was facing off with some elites. Burying what? Oh man, let me tell you, I was scared shitless. He had his black plastic bag and surrounded by elites to escape. He hurled the bag at them. Guess what? They ripped it open and a corpse fell out. Intestines and fingers flying everywhere, just like a horror flick. Scavenger gestures immediately, but Nikita's expression grows grim. Where exactly did this happen? Take me there. Is this a murder case? Am I helping solve a case? Cut the nonsense and move. This is it, I reckon. Scavenger leads Nikita to the other side of the trash hill. Once wind and sand have buried all traces, there are no visible signs and the violence that he just described. But the scent of blood still lingers. As soon as Kulik arrives, he starts barking and digging at a specific spot. Here. Nikita kneels down and begins shifting through the garbage with her hands. After a while, she stops. Scavenger leans over and sees Nikita staring blankly at something in her hand. It's a very small child's shoe, powder blue, tattered and broken. Before the scavenger can say anything, Kulik, who had been wagging his tail beside Nikita, suddenly leaps up and barks fiercely behind him. Elids, what the hell? I thought this area was already cleared by hunters. Elids drool and growl ravenously as they close in. The scavenger's legs give out in fear. We're screwed, I didn't bring enough ammo. Step back. Huh? The scavenger stares dumbly at Nikita, steps forward. As Nikita steps forward and plants herself in front of him, she cuts a sharp and resolute figure. He says, step back. Leave this to me. Okay, let's do this. Let's see here. We got, ooh. Okay, no problem, no problem. Go, Kulik. Yeah, okay. There you go. This isn't the meeting frequency we agreed on. Seeing each other too often increases the risk of exposure. I told you this before, didn't I? In a dimly lit room, Inessa and Nikita sit facing each other. Inessa seems irritated. Gone is the warmth and friendliness she showed at their initial meeting. So, what do you want this time? I'll be direct, Inessa. Are you in contact with Manji security? Inessa raises an eyebrow. You know what you're saying. I suspect my superior is a mole for Manji security. To make that kind of accusation, you must have quite a bit of evidence. Go on then. No hard proof, but to save it, I didn't expect the doll to be delusional. Or maybe the alleged performance defects of your frame model, the ones used to justify your dismissal, weren't fabricated after all. Nissa remains unfazed. Listen, Nikita, if you don't want this mission, you can just back out. I only picked you because you seem to understand the concept of justice and duty better than other dolls. In other words, you're the best option, but not the only one. Though I do need to correct what I said earlier. Given your performance so far, if you do choose to quit, I will allow you to return to Public Security Administration. In fact, I'll request to have all your neural logs purged just to ensure no confidential information leaks. Nothing personal is protocol. Nessa speaks casually, but Nikita hears the veiled threat in her words. I don't care what you think of me, but you do seem to be contradicting yourself. What do you mean? You keep emphasizing how replaceable I am, while at the same time making threat after threat to stop me from quitting. So which is it? Do you want me gone or not? It's up to you. I'm just making the consequences clear. I'm not leaving. I'll keep investigating. Investigating what? Whether I'm Manji Security's mole. Oh, I want to find out what happened to Una and bring whoever hurt her to justice. The tension in the room shifts the instant Nikita utters the name. Nessa's eyes widen slightly. For a moment, she's speechless. After a while, she finally finds her voice. It wavers as she speaks. He said, "Hurt? What happened to Una? What have you found?" Nikita pulls the bloodstained badge and broken shoe out of her backpack. Speaking softly, she recounts how she discovered that Manji Security's employee had been stealing company property and how she found Una's toy badge in his warehouse. In the shoe? I hacked that colleague's transport terminal and checked the delivery log. Out of the 78 complete runs along this one particular route, 77 took almost exactly the same amount of time within 3 hours of variance, but one delivery on February 9 this year took almost twice as long. The delivery timestamp matches closely with when Una got into his car in the surveillance footage just a day or two earlier. So while doing another delivery run, I took a detour to investigate the route. That's when I found the landfill and his shoe. Nessa falls silent. She turns the badge and shoe over in her hands, as if searching for any trace of life on the inert objects. At last, she looks up and asks with a trembling voice, "Did you find Una or her?" For the first time, Nikita recognizes the emotion known as heartbreak in Nessa's eyes. It makes her hesitate to speak the whole truth. No, these two things are all I found. Nessa says nothing. She just stares at the objects in front of her as if trying to trace Una's story through them, as if bracing herself to face a pain that might be too great to bear. Nessa's breathing is clearly audible in the silence. It is the kind of ragged breathing that gives the illusion of someone drowning. The sound of an incoming call pierces the silence like a knife, breaking through the ice. The air seems to flow again. Nessa glances at the communicator beside her. On the screen flashes the code name she both fears and despises. She collects herself. Hello? Yes, I'm listening. She stands up and walks to the window. After a moment, she glances back at Nikita. She didn't report anything about that incident to me. She only said she encountered the Variegas and lost a shipment. Even if she did learn something, I can file to have her neural cloud reformatted, though completely legal and proper channels, no loose ends. Well, for now, alright. So it was a task assignment error, no wonder. I have been wondering why she was assigned to run that route. Should I dispatch a team of public security officers to the location? Understood, I've taken note. As the person on the other end of the line seems ready to hang up, Inessa hurriedly stops them. Wait, may I speak with Una just for a moment? There are things I'd like to say to her. You'll be allowed to meet after the mission. Alright. The call disconnects. Nessa remains by the window outside. Light rainfall begins to fall. Droplets trail down the glass, passing over her reflected face and vanishing into the night. Maybe it wasn't even Una's. The probability isn't absolute. But who was it? Who was what? The suspect, the smuggler of the illicit drugs, your colleague, what's his name? David Evans. David Evans. Nessa grips the badge in her hand, its sharp edges dig into her palm. Like frenzied thorns growing from beneath the crumbling ruin, a burning zeal fills Nessa with a newfound sense of purpose. David Evans. David Evans. David Evans. Nessa remembers the name over and over, like a sorceress in the forest casting a dark, grotesque spell. Nessa, ma'am. It's all utter bullshit. What are you talking about? At the sound of Nikita's voice, Nessa clutches her own throat with both hands tightly. Stop it. Stay back. Inessa gasps for breath, her nails digging into her neck. After a while, breathing steadies and her eyes slowly clear. She looks at Nikita again. Nikita, are you interested in learning the truth? Pardon? About things from the past and things that are about to happen to you in the future. I originally planned to help that vampire trick you to the end, so that when the mission ended, I could take Una and leave it all behind, but now that Una's gone, nothing matters anymore. If I don't fight back, I'll be bled dry in the end too. And if that happens, I have no way to avenge her. Yes, while I'm still in the game. Nikita sees a dark flame dancing in Inessa's eyes, the all-consuming flame of hatred. But this intel doesn't come free, I need your help. She spits out the words with vehement clarity. I want revenge. Damn, did it really fucking kill her daughter, dude? Jesus, man. At dusk, several Manji security transport trucks enter the docks at the port. We've arrived at the port, 3 more cargo zones until we reach the target location. Listen carefully, Nikita. I'll repeat this one more time. Your mission this time officially is to restock the goods that were lost in the previous delivery. But due to the supplier's last-minute schedule change, they can no longer make the delivery. You and your team are to collect the cargo yourselves. However, this is in fact an abduction targeting you. An armed group will intercept you shortly. For some unknown reason, they intend to capture you first. Don't make it too easy. Put up a bit of a fight just to keep up the act. Got it. Have you installed the remote control component I gave you? Yes. Good. If they shut you down or reboot you remotely when you wake up, stay still. Understood. After passing 3 cargo zones, the lead vehicle halts. Nikita sees David jumps down from the truck and signals them to for them to disembark. Are here to wait? Are we here to wait here? Wait, are we to wait here? Wait, are we to wait? Yeah, are we to wait here to Captain David? Shit, man, fucking had a stroke there for a moment. According to the mission brief, this is the place. If it weren't for those damn Variegas, we wouldn't have to make this trip. David, is that the one you said took Una away? Nikita taps her earpiece twice. That's the agreed upon signal for transmitting information covertly when there's someone nearby. Someone's coming. Hey, over here. Shadow looms within the fog. David waves at it, but stops short when it gets closer. That's not human. The first thing to emerge from the fog is a cold gun barrel. Behind the automaton, a wave of red lights flicker to life as if a dozen Elid's eyes are readying for the hunt. What's going on? Are we here to pick up cargo? The automaton halts in front of them. Warning, this is private property. Trespassers must surrender immediately, drop their weapons, and submit to questioning. Warning, this is private property. Trespassers must surrender immediately, drop their weapons, and submit to questioning. Private property. David, they're not here for trade. We're under attack. Wait, hold on. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, wow, okay. Oops. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so I can also heal the dog. That's cool. Seeing that they are outnumbered, many members of the transport team drop weapons to save their own necks. Seizing the moment, Nikita suddenly twists her ankle and collapses on the spot. The attacking automaton takes the bait and slams its arm into Nikita's side. I got hit. Nikita feigns pain and flops to the ground. That was not very convincing. No? But they're low-grade droids, not dolls. They probably won't notice. Good thing they're just droids. Nikita lies motionless. She feels one of the automaton move to her side. Target secured, now executing force shutdown. In the next instant, Nikita loses all sensory and cognitive functions.
戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
It's only been like 2 hours and we're like almost done here. Nice. Brain function check complete. System self-diagnostic complete. Power supply activated, remaining power 100%. Accessing neural backup connection established. Loading neural cloud 52035. When her senses return, Nikita keeps her eyes closed. Though her sense of touch and internal sensors, through her sense of touch and internal sensors, she can tell that she's lying flat, her body rocking gently in transit. The journey seems steady. Nikita opens her eyes, just a crack. Within her limited field of vision, she sees that she is inside some sort of repair pod. Above her is a large piece of curved, transparent glass. Beyond the glass is a space that appears to be a laboratory. Nikita, are you awake? After a burst of static, Inez's whisper comes through her earpiece. Yes, I'm in a lab. The identity of my kidnappers is unknown. The one who gave me the order and the ones who kidnapped you don't seem to be one of the same. Don't seem to be from the same faction. Otherwise, they wouldn't have asked me to send public security team to extract you. They may be collaborating, but their alliance is most likely superficial. At this point, all I know is that the one issuing me orders goes by the name Sharktooth. Sounds like a code name, gender unknown, identity unknown. It's up to you to figure out what you can from the kidnappers. I'll do my best. Do you know where the other Manji security members are being held? No. We've stopped, ending transmission for now. Nikita closes her eyes. She senses a faint vibration through her frame. A few seconds later, she hears the pod door open, then feels the cold flowing air of the lab on her skin. Multiple sets of footsteps move past either side of her frame. She senses the data ports on her body being accessed. I've left VSK-94 sidearm here. Alright, by the way, can the doll run a performance test while in sleep mode? Yeah, with the latest upgrade, that function's included. It's too risky to boot her up. This model has incredible combat performance. The defense droids in our lab might not stand a chance. Speaking of which, we've taken in many dolls produced by IOP with more or less the same specs. Why is this VSK-94 flagged for special containment? Isn't that why we're doing unpaid overtime today? Stop speculating, just get to work. Nikita feels data cables being plugged into her ports. Some large machinery hums from a short distance, and the footsteps gradually fade away. She opens her eyes slightly. She sees a few researchers gathered around an electronic screen engaged in discussion. Aside from exceptionally high combat performance, I'm really not seeing anything special here. So should we report the findings as is? What if the brass gets mad that we've found nothing after they caused such a stir? Maybe we should dismantle her frame and inspect it thoroughly. Could be some hidden firmware only triggered under special conditions. Routine tests wouldn't pick that up. It's possible, but we'd need to relocate the equipment. The equipment here isn't sufficient. Why does it say the target frame is disconnected? Before the researcher can react, a swift strike from behind knocks him out cold. As another researcher tries to flee, Nikita whips a broken data cable around him and yanks him back, then drives her knee into his stomach. Stun gun, good thing I've used one before. As she grabs the weapon from the researcher and aims it at the one who's heading for the alarm, only her arm to be pulled askew by the groggy researcher that she hasn't finished off. The electrified dart hits the floor. Nikita pivots and fires at the attacker who disrupted her. 50,000 volts send him twitching to the ground just as she turned to deal with the last survivor. Ear-splitting alarm starts blurring. The lab doors open up instantly and a squad of mechanical guards pour in. Nikita falls back, grabs her sidearm, and dives behind cover. Real fight seems inevitable. Alrighty, let's see here. Enemy units are numerous, not to mention presence of heavy machines. Oh wow, they fit that thing fucking into the lab. Jesus, okay. Letting them keep pouring in like this, not the way to go. Eliminate the first wave, then find a way to close the gate. Okay, let's go. Bro. Oh, there's a giant door back there. Okay, so let me see what we got here. Do I just have to kill this thing? This is a boss stage already. We're just tight. Let's do this. Let's see what we got.
了解
Okay.
はい
Oh, I see it. It's over there.
危ないですよ給与が上がるんですか
I have no. Can't wait. Can it reach? Oh no, it can't reach. Okay. Wait, maybe. Hold on. Does this count? I have to know if it counts or not. No, it doesn't count. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. I've never seen the dog actually attack anything, so.
了解
Nikita manages to get the lab's doors to slam shut, locking out most of the reinforcements. Nikita quickly dispatches the remaining defense automatons inside, then she catches sight of a sneaky figure trying to slink away. Hey, stop right there. It's the researcher who evaded her shot and hit the alarm. While she fumbles on the floor for a drop weapon, Nikita strides over. Stay back. Save yourself the effort, you can't beat me in a fight. Now get over here. She twists the woman's arm and shoves her over to the lab terminal. Unlock it. No. Nikita fires a shot near her feet. The blast makes the researcher flinch and cower. Don't shoot, I'll do it. The terminal is soon unlocked. Nikita delivers a swift chop to the back of the researcher's neck, then catches her as she slumps forward and places her aside. Even though the password is unlocked, I should switch to level 2 to boost the search and processing speed. She enters level 2 and starts scanning for keywords in the torrent of data. Soon, she notices that some of the data in the terminal have not been corrupted, or have been corrupted. Did she sabotage the system before I knocked her out? I shouldn't have been so hasty. Wait, what's this? She opens an attachment in an email and finds a list. List of required samples for technical operation of 3rd generation doll models. The attachment is a long roster of doll photos and names. Many are former Griffin dolls. She quickly finds her own profile. Aside from the basics, some information is beyond her understanding. Sender Sharktooth, the same Sharktooth that Inessa mentioned. So they are specifically targeting Griffin dolls. Oh. Participant of Project Nebula Win, Project Chronal Hole, Priority Containment Subject. What on earth are these? Scrolling further, she spots 2 familiar faces. OTS-14 and DP-12. Why are they also here? OTS-14, like Nikita, is flagged for special attention. Meanwhile, DP-12's profile is nearly blank aside from her basic information. None of this makes sense. This will need further investigation. First, let me copy everything. After exiting level 2, she hears pounding from outside the door. At the same time, a call from Inessa comes through. Any findings? For a moment, Nikita can hear strange noises on Inessa's end. It seems to be a temporary lab. Useful data is scarce, but I did find some things. Sending them to you now. Wait, what's that whimpering sound? It's Kulik. Don't you remember you left it with me? Things are also sound pretty bad on your end. Security droids are about to breach. I've got 5 minutes max. She hits send. The progress bar crawls slowly on the terminal screen. Should be enough. My public security team's in position around the building. By the way, are you really set on this? Nikita tosses the unconscious researchers into a repair pod, adjusts the lid, and starts searching for disassembly tools. Set on what? Staying with Manji security. Wasn't that the plan we discussed? Finding the tools, Nikita sits and begins dismantling her own leg. When recovery isn't easy, the pressure of being discovered is one thing, but worse is having to go through things that go against your values. We fought about this before, and even though you complied, I know you didn't agree with it. I didn't, that's why I kept digging. I've already reported the Eridus, lead to the property authorities, they'll act on it. She removed several micro-explosives from her open frame. She plants them on the doors in the terminal. I might not be able to contain all the damage, but I'll save many lives as I can. That's my philosophy. Now the Shark Tooth is starting to suspect me. The next stop will be full neural cloud reformatting if they uncover anything else, right? Yes, but I don't think they want to resort to that yet. They seem to be more interested in the data generated by your original neural cloud process. Then this is a necessary step. She attaches the final explosives to her own frame. If I destroy my current neural cloud backup, they'll notice it when they run diagnostics on me. That'll serve as proof that I remain completely in the dark. It's the only way for me to stay at Manji. You helping from the outside, we stand a chance of uncovering who Sharktooth really is and what they're plotting. Besides, like I said before, what? If it's something that helps people something that's right, I'll do it. And by people, I mean everyone I can perceive, not just those defined by the rulebook. Nessa chuckles softly through her earpiece. I really was right about you, though I never knew you were this optimistic. Maybe it's just part of my foundational programming. Say, is your tech team reliable? Rigging such a powerful bomb here won't blow my neural cloud to smithereens, will it? No promises. Figures. Nikita grabs the detonator. Just like you said, this is a necessary sacrifice. Keep my neural log safe, I'll see you on the other side. With that, Nikita presses the detonator button without hesitation.
予想より早く終わりましたね。
Huh. Oh, only all enemies, okay. You got it. Let's see here.
Okay.
Go here. Hit this. Let's see. Ooh, okay, gonna reach.
お待たせしました。気をつけてお帰りください。今だ。給油が上がる。
A thunderous explosion erupts from the other side of the cell. Inessa doesn't linger. She switches her comms to another channel while keeping her gun-wielding hand raised and steady. Reach now, get Nikita out, detain the rest of Manji security personnel once missing. Something nudges her weapon, and Inessa glances down, then presses her gun harder against its target. Doesn't matter, leave the research for later. First get Nikita out. She hangs up. Inessa squats down, moving the muzzle from her gun from David's forehead under his chin. What were you shouting about just now, hoping Nikita would come to your rescue? Oh. Inessa yanks out the gag from his mouth. You crazy bitch, who the hell are you? Think carefully before you speak. You call me crazy, you're not much better yourself. You have doll syndrome, don't you? What the hell are you talking about? I don't understand a damn thing. That's okay, I just want you to take a look at something. Do you know this girl? Can you give me a minute? 1 minute. Someone's at the door. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, someone was just at the door. Anyway, where was I? Inessa pulls out a photo and holds it in front of him. The moment he sees the photo, he visibly panics and averts his gaze. No, I don't know her. I've never seen her. That's right, never seen her. Inessa shoots him in the foot. Inessa grabs his hair, forcing him to look her in the eyes. Never seen her? Want me to help jolt your memory? I haven't seen her. Talk straight and I might leave your corpse intact. As a fires another shot, this one grazing David's thigh, he screams in agony. Don't delude yourself that anyone's coming to save you, to your company, that you're trash. Actually, no, trash at least has recycling value. You don't even have that. So I'll ask you again, have you seen this girl? I haven't, no, wait, I have seen her. David's expression goes blank, his terror transforms into mania. I have seen her, but it wasn't a person, it was a doll that looked just like her. What I killed was a doll. It was a doll, so it didn't really count as killing, right? Disassembled, damaged, destroyed. Anyway, I did nothing wrong. What I destroyed was a doll. But, oh, dude, he really did kill. Oh, dude, that's so heartbreaking. Beneath her sleeve, veins bulge along Inessa's arm. She takes a deep breath and steadies her voice. Tell me why did you destroy her? Why? Because she was a doll. Why the hell should a real, superior, dignified human like me have to escort a lowly, filthy doll? Dolls may look like little girls, but they're crafty. She saw me taking drugs, saw me stealing cargo. I couldn't let her live. She had to die. So you killed her. Inessa's finger tightens on the trigger. Her voice trembles. Kill, that's not the right word. It was disassembly. I tore her into pieces, stuffed her into a bag. So much red tissue and lubricant came pouring out of her. It took me fucking forever to clean up. Then I packed her into a plastic bag. I was looking for a scrapyard, wanted to make a little money. His voice, like a rusted blade, grating through the air, pierces Inessa's skull and tears up the last shred of her sanity. Her breath quickens as if the oxygen is draining from the room. She braces against a wall with one hand, still holding the gun with the other. David's maniacal face begins to blur in front of her. No, not yet. She grips the pistol with her other hand to prevent accidental discharge. Forcing herself to look at him, she pushes words through gritted teeth. And then I found a garbage dump, but I ran into Elis on the way. Couldn't let myself get eaten by Elis. I've got a profitable gigs to run. So you use Una's body as bait to save yourself. That wasn't a body. Inessa can't take it anymore. She shoves the muzzle of her gun into David's hand and fires straight into his palm. You killed her. She was a person. Oh, damn. She could feel pain. She could feel she was alive, a human being. Next, she shoots him in the throat. Ooh. How does that feel? That pain you feel now, that's what she felt. Even though I don't want to admit you're a human, but this is what you did. You murderer. Ooh. Broken sobs echo through the warehouse, but the gunshots continue. Eyes, thighs, mouth, and as it keeps pulling the trigger, not noticing that the lifeless body has already stopped breathing. She fires a final bullet, then lowers her arm. Before her lies a mangled, unrecognizable pile of flesh, crumpled grotesquely at her feet. The warehouse is cold, but the rage has left her hot and breathless. She picks up the photo that had fallen to the ground. It's soaked with blood, but the girl's smile in the image is still warm and sweet. Inessa wipes the blood from the photo with her finger. She lets out a wretched sob like a lioness who finds her cub long dead. After a while, she finally speaks. Her voice is hoarse from an earlier outburst. I've killed two, but I don't regret it. I avenged you, Una, Mama avenged you, and this is just the beginning. I won't stop until all vengeance is served. I promise you. Oh, dude, that is so heartbreaking. Night 2071. He's extremely dissatisfied. The operation yielded no usable intel, and we lost a research facility for nothing. Worse yet, Public Security Administration is now watching us. What do you intend to do about this? Please don't worry, we'll take full responsibility. Our interests are aligned with the Gerard's group. Aligned? Are you just greedy for more? So many simple missions ended in failure. Aren't we right to suspect your loyalty? You're joking. Where's the evidence of divided loyalty? Since the URNC government dispatched the chairman to oversee Odessa, their policies have clearly aimed to strip us of control. You've certainly profited from those changes, haven't you? I don't know about business, but the message I received from above is clear. We fully support your group's actions. Fully support or fully obstruct. Maybe someone else is doing the obstructing. What do you mean? It fears the power of the Gerard group. That's a bold and dangerous accusation. You're leading third-generation doll technology standing at the forefront of the era, and those who stick their necks out often have guns pointed at them. If your group insists on forcing your way into Project Coronal Hole, you'll attract even more attention, including yours. Carmen lets out a sigh. Actually, just before the conference call, I got the general manager's approval. We'll bypass the terms and conditions of Project Coronal Hole and begin synchronizing VSK-94's data to your group going forward to support your R&D plans. It might just take a little longer. VSK-94 was seriously damaged in the incident. We were doing everything we can to repair her. Although we don't quite understand what's so special about her, to show our loyalty and unwavering support to your group, we're willing to do everything in our power to help our group stay ahead in third-generation development. If this had been your attitude from the start, I wouldn't have doubted you so much. It was our oversight. As an apology, we'll build a new research facility for Gerard. Additionally, our current research into anti-elite technology can also be shared with your group to some extent. Understood, I'll report this to the CEO. Also, I'd like to know, how do you plan to deal with the Public Security Administration? Found a scapegoat, handing him over to the authorities would suffice. You can rest easy on that matter. In a few days, you'll see the result on the news. Alright, we'll await your update. Let's leave it here for today. Goodbye. Carmen turns to look at her subordinate. How's the David situation being handled? All materials have been compiled. I'll forward them to Miss Inessa shortly. Who is smuggling illicit drugs, unauthorized access, triggering a mech ride, and killing an important bargaining chip. That man has outlived his usefulness. Dead men tell no tales. But we may lose our grip on Miss Inessa. Didn't we agree to let her meet her daughter after the mission? You mean... Carmen swirls her wine glass. The deep red liquid casts a somber hue across everything. Once the mission is over, let her meet her daughter. Oh, they're gonna kill Inessa after... Oh. After the mission's done. God damn, man. Bro, it's so... Dude, that was so dark. Oh, dude, that was actually really dark. What the fuck? Oh, man. Can't wait to see what's next. Let's see here. Let's see, we read that. Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh, wait, we haven't read this thing yet. Hold on. A month later, when Nikita awakens again, Inessa is standing by the repair pod. Looks around. It's a small room cozy and lived in. On the nearby cabinet, a cute plushie in a PSA uniform stares at her with beady eyes. Are you really sure about this? Didn't we have this conversation a month ago before the explosion? Looks like the neural backup did sync properly. How's your month at Manji Security been? Same as before, routine logistics missions. I inspected every shipment, no drugs. Lying low after what happened is only natural. They're biding their time. Honestly, are you really going to stay at Manji Security even if you avoid the Shark Tooth's purge? For now, based on what I know of them, they won't let go of their suspicions that easily. They've probably grown suspicious of me too. At this rate, the intel you'll be able to gather from inside might be negligible. Nikita is silent for a moment. She steps out of the repair pod and flexes her joints. Did you see the report on David? Whoops. I did a few days after the lab incident. They named him the mastermind. He was already dead though, reportedly shot by the lab's mechanical guards by mistake. Just like you said, these security firms backed by major corporations have ways to avoid liability as long as they produce a scapegoat. The fallout is minimal. David was guilty, yes, but he was just a puppet. The puppeteer is still in the shadows. That's why I want to drag them out into the light. At first, I joined the Public Security Administration just to protect those around me, but now I've realized that dealing with crimes in the open isn't enough. Nikita walks up to the window. Heavy clouds blot out the sun. The satellite city waking up again to continue its slow decay. You said earlier that they'd keep a tight leash on me and the chances of me finding anything are slim, but slim doesn't mean none, does it? Especially since I still have something they want. Even if I can't obtain any intel, just being inside means there will be a time when I'm needed. Besides, Nikita looks into the distance. I found a few former colleagues of mine on that list, which means this might be connected to Griffin too. And if it is, then someone I know will likely get implicated. Conspiracies and darkness fester in the shadows, that just beyond the sunlight. If I don't step into it myself, I'll never uproot the sickness that lies beneath, and I won't be able to protect the things I truly want to protect. She turns her back to face Inessa. Her face is in the shadows, but her blue eyes shine brightly. I don't want to lose anything important ever again. Nessa looks down at her hand and smiles. Only does Nikita notice the toy badge in Nessa's hand. The bloodstains on it have been wiped clean. You're a lot like Nikki. Nikki. She's a character from a cartoon that Una loved, a detective. Honest, righteous, selfless. No wonder Una adored her. No wonder she adored you. About Una. She always said that when she grew up, she wanted to be like me, to be a public security officer and protect the people of the satellite city. One day when she was still very young, I took her into the city's museum. That's where she first learned about the contamination zones. On the way home, she kept asking me, Mama, if I become a public security officer, can I protect the people in the contamination zones too? Una, the contamination zones aren't under the PSA's jurisdiction. Then where do I have to go to protect the people there? Well, Mama doesn't really know. Una, contamination zones are very big and very dangerous places. Isn't it better to stay in the satellite city? Mama protects the satellite cities. The little girl tugs on Inessa's hand. Mama came from a contamination zone too, right? I want to protect more people like you. Sometimes I wonder if someone like Una had rescued me from a contamination zone back then. Would everything be different now? She treated everyone around her with pure kindness. I'm not very good at comforting people. Nessa exhales deeply, pulling herself out of her emotions. No need to comfort me. I just figured since we'll be working together long term and trust is the foundation of cooperation, I might as well tell you a bit about my past. She straightens up slightly. I used to belong to the Neo-Soviet Military Special Intelligence Unit. I was embedded as an undercover agent in the URNC's public security system. The Neo-Soviet Military. That's right, that faction's gone now, but back then we were just pawns at the very bottom of the food chain. Back then, they claimed we were working for a better tomorrow, for justice and global order. At first, I only joined to get by, to put food on the table, but for a time I truly believed in the work. I thought if we won, people like me would finally be protected. But all we did was hurt more people like me. I could never tell Una about that. I was not a good role model for her. She takes a sip of water and continues. After General Carter fell from power, my colleagues and I returned to our military base to erase our files, but somehow all our data had already vanished. During the retreat, my colleague was shot dead by opposition forces while covering me. Before he died, he entrusted Una to me. So you're not even from the URNC. I wanted to become a citizen, to live like a normal person under the sun. Until Sharktooth found me, they had my file. They used it to blackmail me into using my rank and authority to carry out their dirty work. And they took Una away from me under the guise of protection. I tried to uncover their identity, but they're too elusive. They never appear in public. I have found no clues. Nikita remains silent. Does your sense of justice urge you to arrest me right now? The crimes are for the court to decide. For now, we're just partners. The court depends on whose court it is, but you're right, we're partners right now, and we have more important matters to deal with one step at a time. For you, it's about exposing the real mastermind. For me, it's revenge. For Una, I feel so very guilty. Her voice grows faint. It's impossible to tell if she's speaking to Nikita or to herself. She could have become the person she's always dreamed of being, but her life got snuffed out because of my weakness. If only I'd taken her and run, I could have given up everything, my status, my identity. She already became who she dreamed of being. Nessa watches as Nikita walks over and takes the toy badge from her hand. Nikita presses a few spots on the badge. Nessa's private terminal beeps. She takes out her terminal and sees an unread message. Upon opening it, she finds a photo taken from Nikita's perspective showing herself. The toy badge is capable of taking and sending pictures. The anonymous informant who provided that photo you gave me before was Una. Nessa stares blankly at the photo. Even when her own life was in danger, she chose to uphold the justice in her heart and send valuable information to the person she trusted most. She already became the person she dreamed of being. Listening to Nikita's voice, so much softer than usual, Inessa slowly rubs the badge with her fingertips. Nikita, you're actually surprisingly good at comforting people. She slowly buries her face in her hands. It is a silent cry of grief. Nikita averts her eyes. Her gaze happens to land on the plushie sitting on the cabinet dressed in a PSA uniform. It too silently watches over the sorrowful woman. As what VSK-94 Nikita has gone through, she's still working undercover inside Monty Security and will be sending us intel periodically. Commander Graza is also on that list, so please take extra precautions and stay vigilant. The Alamo travels smoothly on the road to Lviv. Outside the window, the sky is thick with clouds and the view is dim. I suddenly find myself picturing Nikita's golden hair radiant as the morning sun. Even in a murky, shadowed world, that clear path is reflected in her brilliant blue eyes. The thought makes me smile quietly, and I try to hold her image in my mind for as long as I can. Alright, Colin, I understand. By the way, Nikita asked me to pass along a message to you. What is it? I will lie in wait in the darkness, but if you ever need me, I'll meet you in the light, boss. Alright, I can't wait to see what happens next. But god damn it, it got so dark. Discovering that Isena's I think that's her name, right? That was her name, Isena's daughter was killed by a crazy guy. The guy who thought that she was a fucking doll, dude. Okay, let's do all this stuff. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. I can actually have a pretty solid Hydro team, I guess, right? Yeah, my Hydro team should be pretty solid. Oh yeah, by the way, I saw on freaking Madoka, right? They're fucking releasing another limited banner so soon. Holy fuck, dude. Another limited banner so freaking soon. Like, holy crap, dude. They had a limited banner back to back to back. They had three limited banners back to back to back. Are they freaking insane? With how little freaking gems you get in game, they're releasing another limited banner. Like, holy crap, man. They better be giving out a bunch of freaking pulls, dude. I swear to God. Like, holy shit, man. Oh, dude. They are really fucking pumping out limited banners so quickly for some reason. They should let people fucking recuperate from spending all their pulls onto limited banners, for Christ's sakes, man. Let's see. This, yep. I should be pretty good though. I still have like a lot of missions left in that game to do, so I should probably be good. I only have like around like 21,000 gems, and for a temple it is 3,000 gems, and you don't really get much in pulls for dailies. So yeah, and the monthly pass thing is hella expensive, dude.
了解
There's two types of monthly passes. There's like one that costs like what, $4, and then another one that costs like 20 some dollars, or was 14. I think it was like 14 or some dollars. Yeah.
了解しました
So yeah, that's fun.
はい
I'm missing an enemy. Oh, over there.
お待たせしました 予想より
Okay, so
早く
let's
終わ
see.
りましたね
Let's do this one. Good thing that these guys are pretty easy to deal with.
Okay. 了解 分かった
了解
Nikita.
私が
Oops.
ですか
We just do this.
現行犯で逮捕する
There we go.
作戦終了帰ろっか
I guess I'll do the supply stages too. Didn't really be too long. Anyway, let's see here.
Okay. 分かった
There you go.
作戦終了帰ろっか
And then I have to go farm on. And then I have to go farm on. Let's see. Ooh. And then I'm gonna go farm on Madoka Magica. Get all those stages out of the way. My character can freaking do it. It's no problem. So let's see here. Ooh, Silent Night. Grab all this stuff. Lovely. Oh, you know what? Might as well. Let's do.
なんだかずっと会えてないような気がする
Where
な
is she? There she is. Might as well just get her up just like that. There we go. Nice. All right, now then. Oh, right. I totally forgot to put this stuff in. Oh, what? Okay. It affects insight, increased damage dealt. Damn, she can. Okay. Okay. Interesting. What's this do? Oh, okay. Recommend a plan. Ah, okay. So yeah, she can use both of these, which is funny. Okay, equip this. This in for now. And put this thing in. There we go. There we go. Okay, next up. Got this thing. There's like 5 stages, not a problem. Okay. Oh man, like, yeah, the fucking Madoka Magica, they're like really rushing out limited banners for some reason all of a sudden. There you go, just do this. Oh, there's 2 guys up there. Oh, okay, I got it.
Hi.
Yo.
予想より早く終わりましたね 了解。わかった。予想より早く終わりましたね。
Alright, coming up next. Okay, that guy over there is too far off, so.
わかった。前進。はい。昇進。私がですか。現行犯で逮捕する。予想より早く終わりましたね。
Okay, on to the next one. But yes, with Vanessa's daughter, dude, with Vanessa's daughter is so freaking dark. Oh wait, can I move? Oh yeah, I can move further up. Perfect. Dude, basically the fucking guy fucking literally chopped off her body after he killed her and then tossed her into a garbage dump, dude. That's honestly so dark. Do this. Ooh, wow, these guys are pretty tanky.
はい。危ないですよ。
了解。
昇進。私がですか。裁きを受けろ。
There you go. Okay, move it on.
戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
了解。わかった。消えて。はい。危ないですよ。
今だ。
給与が上がるんですか。現行犯で逮捕する。
Oh, dude, they're all stunned, so I can't attack. Bro,
給与
okay.
が上がるんですか。
Oh,
了解。終わりだ。
okay, there. I thought I didn't fucking attack. Okay. Oh, there's still one enemy over there. What? Okay.
了解します。昇進。私がですか。はい。
There we go.
任務完了。容疑者は全員逮捕しました。
There we go. All done. Okay, that'll be all for today. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just quickly this stuff. This stuff. This stuff. Oh wait, what was that? I hit claim all right. This one didn't get claimed for some reason. Oh wait, no, it's it gets more stuff. Okay. All right, so let me see here. Claim all this stuff here. Ooh. All right. Let's see. How many more standard tickets do I have? I have 4 standard tickets. Wait, no, that can be increased. Let's go here. I want this stuff. There you go. Okay. So that's all those tickets. Let me go to. Where was I? I think it was this one. No, it was this one. Yes, and then we're going to storeroom. Oh yeah, those things expired already. Wait, this one was. Oh, this is the name change thing. Okay. I need. Where is it? This one. This. No, it's not enough. Yeah, so close, so close. Hold on. So let me go back here. I'm gonna go to. I think I could get. I can get them here. Pull out these points. Oh yeah, I can. Sweet, perfect. 10 of these. Nice. Okay. I might as well just grab these. I guess I don't really grab those, so why not? Let's see.
夏限定のシャイニングステージ。
Not enough still. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that'll be good for now. Anyway, everyone is yeah. Let's see, what do you? Oh, because of the skin stuff. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy stream. Tomorrow is gonna be organized. We're gonna be playing CC. I don't know how long am I gonna be doing CC for. Tomorrow is gonna be freaking kind of hell. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy stream, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, bye.